Hey guys, I'm at AMC Hawthorn. It's been a while to see A Quiet Place, the third film in the saga. If you watch the first two films, it was about a family who was in a world that was turned upside down. Well, this one is taking it back to the beginning. How did these aliens actually arrive on Earth, and what was the initial reaction by the military and the citizens in this large city? I'm looking forward to it because we've seen what happened in the first two films that were great, and I'm hoping it continues when we go back to the beginning. Now we need an origin story, and this is it. So I'll give you my review on the other side. Take care, guys. Bye.
Kia, movement that inspires.
Oh, it's the birthday girl! Hey, let's invite Jacques.
Let's not invite Jacques.
Whoa! Sure, he struggles on conference calls, but he's such a dedicated employee. And he can really pull off stripes.
You're right. Hey, Jacques.
Come join us.
Yeah. Here we come. Oh, there's a wind of some kind.
Car, take me home. Car, can you turn the music down a little?
Of course, James.
Thank you. Car, this isn't the way home.
That's right, James. It isn't.
Car, where are we going?
We're here.
The future isn't scary. Not investing in it is.
Car, were you in on this?
Nothing gets by you, James.
NASDAQ 100 Innovators, one ETF. Before investing, consider the fund's investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses. Visit Invesco.com for a prospectus with this information. Read it carefully before investing.
Meanwhile, at a Verbo, when other vacation rentals are just for likes, try one you'll actually like.
It all starts with a spark, a glimmer of an idea. And for the millions that fade away, the few that shine the brightest become something bigger. A story, a script, a production, and finally, a movie that takes its place in cinema history. A film that unites us all and brings us here to experience it on a huge silver screen. Welcome to AMC Theaters.
guys, I just got back from watching The Quiet Place Day 1. It's the third installment in the Quiet Place franchise, and I'll say it's a good one. So we follow the central character Samira, who we find from the beginning is in hospice care, which is really sad because she doesn't have that long to live. So there's a group of people that go from the hospice care down to the city. So I think the hospice care is on the outskirts of New York City, but they don't say specifically where, but somewhere in the suburbs, because they take a bus ride with a group of inhabitants of this hospice facility down to the city to see this marionette show as like an getting out of the place activity that normally happens at like daycare centers. And Samira is the type of person is shown to be temperamental. She's not in the mood for a lot of things. And that's understandable given her condition. You don't have to take crap from anyone. That's basically it. And so one thing that's kind of heartwarming is that she has her emotional support cat, who's named Frodo, which is appropriate for this movie because it's all about Samira's journey, and it's a long journey. And if you think of Lord of the Rings and Frodo goes on this quest, and Frodo, the cat, actually goes on this quest with Samira. So when the aliens hit, she's down in the city at this theater looking at this marionette show, and everything falls apart in the city. People are screaming because they see all these asteroids. They look like asteroids falling from the sky, and then emerging from the asteroids are these monsters who kill because of sound. And so many people are just being slaughtered left and right. And so Samira takes cover, and she ends up finding protection in not a church. It's actually in an underground facility. And she finds other people to stay with, and it's very interesting in that they all are supportive and help each other out during this time. And I think it speaks to the human condition that sometimes people argue, sometimes people hate each other, but when the chips are down, that they come together as a community and support each other. Well, I think Samira knows that she only has a little time left, given her, I think it's cancer. They don't specifically say, but I'm gonna say it's cancer, that she wants to go back home. So she was living in this hospice facility on the outskirts of New York City, but she's originally from Harlem. And so she wants to take this long journey back home to her apartment. And she has this fantasy. She remembers this pizza place she used to go with her father long time ago called Patsy's in Harlem. And so she wants to go get a last slice of pizza. Even though these monsters are around, everything's falling, the buildings are falling, she has this in her mind to take this journey to Harlem to get this slice of pizza. And it's a heartwarming story about surviving against all odds. And she has her support cat, Frodo, with her to accompany her on this journey. So it's a very nice movie in that it's a heartwarming story about a person who has a terminal illness and has a dream to go get this piece of pizza and go back home, which she ends up getting to in Harlem. So I'm not going to spoil all the stories. She meets a lot of people along the way that help and support her. And I won't tell you the ending, but I think it is a movie that you should see in the theater. It's a great story, and I loved it. So I would recommend that you go see this movie. There is one thing that I did not like. And if you're a horror movie fan and you were expecting to learn more about the aliens in this third installment, you learn nothing. You're going to be gravely disappointed. There is no more information about these monsters in this third installment than there were in the first two installments. So we already know, like in the first two movies, that these alien monsters can't swim. So us finding that out in this third installment says nothing new. And I think the writers of The Quiet Place are contrasting themselves with the Aliens franchise, because the Aliens franchise, you had James Cameron, you had Ridley Scott, you had these directors and writers who wanted to learn about who these aliens are and what their origins were. So each sequel gave you a little bit more information. That's not happening in The Quiet Place. And so, on that point, it was disappointing, but I think overall, as a human interest story, it was a great movie, and I'd recommend that you see it. And given that it's probably going to make a ton of movie, we're going to see a fourth installment. So maybe we'll learn more about the monsters in the fourth installment, but I think it's a definite thumbs up that you want to go see this movie. So that's my recommendation, and I'm off. It's my weekend, so I'm going to have a little fun. Probably go to the casino, since I like that. But Take care, guys, and I'll talk to you soon the next time I'm at the movies. Take care.